Well, hello, my beautiful souls. How are you doing? I know you see all this stuff on the table and you're like, what is about to happen? Well, I decided to show you guys how I dress my candles. I was getting ready to do it, and I was like, I should make a video on this. So these are most of the things that I use. I tried to lay them down so you can see them. Um, I'm going to talk you through it, but so the first thing I do is I use these 7-day candles, or these tall candles. You can also use the small ones as well. I have used them. Um, I really like the Glade small candles, and I try to get them in scents like lavender or patchouli or something of that nature. Okay, but it's really easy to dress these 7-day candles. I prefer the Guardian Angel candle. Depending on what I'm working with, doesn't really matter. But I'm dressing this candle for my reading table. Okay, so Guardian Angel candle is the one I prefer to use. Now, if you notice at the top of this, you see a big hole there. That hole is to hold the oils and the liquids that I'm going to put in this candle. Um, how I make this hole is I used to be an avid knitter. I just don't have time anymore, because if I did, I would totally still be doing it. But I used a knitting needle, one of the metal ones. Um, you can warm it up if you want. It makes it easier to glide through. I don't glide it all the way through though. I'll stop about here. I noticed because when I attempted to go all the way through, it just didn't burn correctly. I'm not sure why that is, but I just stopped doing it that way. Okay, so now that you have your hole at the top, I like to set my energy, or set the mood, excuse me, and the energy of my intentions. So I clear my candle, like I put the incense around it as you see me doing now. Set the incense up. And this is when I take out my sage and my Palo Alto, which I probably said wrong because I always say it wrong, but I'm lighting my sage. You know what though, guys? I love these candle lighters and I use them for everything. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is cleanse the candle, release all the energy from the people who have touched it or packaged it, or just the energy of it being in my home, letting some of that smoke get in there. Okay, all right. One day I'll show you guys my shelf with all of my stuff on it. I have lots and lots of candles and just herbs and all kind of stuff. So books as well. Oh god, my bookshelves. Shelves plural. Okay? And the sage is going to cleanse the energy. The Palo Alto is going to bring in more positive energy and vibrations, and it clears off all the extra that maybe the sage missed. But I just like to use both. Let that smoke get inside there in the hole. Alright. Okay. So all of these things, the incense, the Palo Alto, the sage, are still burning. So it's going to finish burning throughout, this ritual, whatever you want to call it. The creation of your candle. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I have Florida water here. I love Florida water for many different reasons. I feel like it cleanses energy very well and blocks you from a psychic attack. So I'm putting that all over my hands, all over this candle. And another thing that I like to do, I usually have a dropper. I'm not sure where it is. Let me go find it. Bear with me. Okay. So I have an intention altar for just like prayers and things of that nature, but I have a dropper there. So I'm going to fill this dropper up with Florida water and put it directly into this hole. I'm going to fill this dropper up a couple of times because it only goes about that far, if you can see. Okay, so that Florida water is going to absorb into that candle for to protect from psychic blocks, things like that. That's what I feel like, spiritual attacks. And then I have patchouli here. This patchouli is for financial abundance. And it also supports stability to me. These are the things that it feels like for me. I'm not sure what the textbook term is for it, but these are why I use these things. Frankincense is my ultimate spiritual oil. So right into this hole. I also put the patchouli in the hole. I don't know if you saw it or not. I put about a good amount of drops in there when I feel like I need to stop, when spirit leads me to stop, pretty much. Okay, so next we have Pink Himalayan salt. This is good for stress and relaxation. I do like to put these in my reading candles because it helps me like bring down the anxiety of the day. I have a part-time job, so sometimes I need this after coming from there. Plus it helps me relax my mind and have a better reading. So this is a fine grain Pink Himalayan salt. I actually think I got this from Dollar Tree. I get a lot of my supplies from Dollar Tree. It's cheap and they have everything that I need. So I'm actually going to use my nail. You can use a little spoon or whatever it is that you want to use. I'm going to get this right into that hole. Okay, as much as you can. Alright. Okay. Close that on up. And that's it for the inside of the candle. Oof. I'll clean that up later. So here I have my incense mix. There's not a lot in here because I need to make some more. But I'm going to briefly touch upon this before we finish dressing the candle. Inside of this, I believe I have rosebuds, sage, white sage actually, lavender, sweetgrass, mugwort, myrrh, like frankincense, myrrh, and some other little gems. Sometimes I find incense mixes that are perfect for like intuition or spirit cleansing or activating the third eye, and I'll put those in here depending on how I'm feeling at that time. These crystals that you see in here, there's an amethyst, there's a black tourmaline, a rose quartz, and a clear quartz. All of these have been infused with their own individual intentions for me spiritually. And then I put this in the mix. They never leave this bottle. And they're always in contact with the mix. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take this incense mix. You can actually mix anything that you want. I'm a firm believer of feeling things, so I'm guided to put different things in my mix. I'm guided to put different crystals in my mix, different oils and incense and things within my candles. So you're guided in your own way, okay? I mean, if you want to start out, I would definitely look into the spiritual meaning behind each item and see which one fits you for that particular situation, just like you can change the color of your candles. but I go off of spiritual guidance at this point. So I'm going to take this incense mix and I'm going to put it all over the top. I noticed that when I do this and the candle burns down, it starts to integrate with, like, into the candle, and the mix just moves down into the candle. Like, it doesn't burn off. You know what I mean? Okay. So the incense mix all over the top. Perfect. Oh, I see some bay leaves in there too that I forgot about. There's some bay leaves in there. Okay, close this up. And then I purchased, this is not important, this is just one of my finishing touches that I found at, I want to say like a TJ Maxx or some sort of store like that. They're big Pink Himalayan bath rocks that I actually use in my cleansing baths from time to time. But what I'll do is I try to crack these every once in a while to get really small ones. Okay, but here we go. This is perfect. So I'm going to put this at the top of my candle. Okay, now it does get integrated into the wax, but what's really interesting about it, guys, is when it gets to the very, very end of the candle, I have one here that I burned all the way down. The rock is still there. Can you see it? It's still there, right? So I've tried to reuse those rocks, but for some reason it absorbs the wax and it causes way too much wax in the new candle and the wick gets lost in it. So I stopped doing that and I just dispose of them. But that's it for dressing the candle. Then after that, I will meditate. I'm not going to do this on camera with you because, you know, I can't. But you meditate over the candle, bring your intentions into the candle, and it's ready for use. And just thank your spirit guides, spirit God, whoever it is that you pray to, your higher being, for the power that they have allowed you to put into this candle. And it's ready for use. All right. Oh man, in the comment section, tell me how you dress your candles. I'm really interested to know different ways and different things. I'm always open to learning. So let me know what you do to dress your candles, and if you have any ideas for me dressing mine. That's what we're here for. We're here as a community to share with each other. So I love you so much, and I will see you later. Bye bye.